Well, actually, today it's Glenda and Elphaba.
Yeah.
Okay. But during a time when many of us are anxious about daily living, the thrill of a Halloween fright might actually alleviate some stress.
I don't know if I believe it. Joining us now to break down how Chucky, Jason, and Hannibal Lecter can improve mental health is Dr. Michelle Cutler from the Chicago School of Professional Psychology. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. It's my pleasure.
Okay, so explain to me how this works, because I avoid scary movies at all costs.
Okay. So like we were talking about earlier,
Yes.
right? There certainly is the potential for positive mental health effects in the short term for us when we experience these frightening things.
Okay.
But only if it's done in the right way, right? So there's a neurobiological response that happens when we're faced with those threatening stimuluses. Our brain will release endorphins and adrenaline and dopamine, and that actually can lead to feelings of euphoria or even a sense of calm or joy that are a nice break from the everyday stresses of life, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
And then even if we're doing this in community, that can also really increase and strengthen our social bonds with other people. When we're experiencing intense emotions with other people, that actually strengthens the social connection with them. So like just imagine when you're curling up on your couch, getting ready to watch a horror movie, if you want to, with someone that you feel safe and comfortable with maybe a comfy comforter, right, or a bowl of popcorn, and you're choosing to watch a movie that you have familiarity with or that you're really looking forward to. That can create a nice memory, but then also actually strengthen the connection with the person you're doing it with because you've had those intense emotions together.
Okay, so it's the activity in this case, not necessarily the movie. But my concern is movies like this, Chucky, when a doll, you can actually see this doll and you worry about this doll making a move over here on you.
Right.
Or the phone, because I know the movie The Ring, when the phone rings, or when you see the scary TV. Does that actually create problems subconsciously?
Yeah, all the things I mentioned about them being positive, they have the potential to be positive because they're predictable, they're controllable, right? So there's a sense of intention. We're choosing to do this.
Right.
We have a sense of control that we know we can stop them at any time. We can turn the movie off. We can leave the haunted house. Whatever it is, it's our choice. And because they're not a real threat, right? We know that we're safe and we're not actually really in danger, and that's the biggest difference.
What about like for kids? Okay, like you got preteens, you know, they're not quite of age yet. Like, cause I went home and begged me to watch all these things, and I said no for a long time, and then he was watching them with friends. And so he's seen more than I have.
Yeah, right. And you were right. Your instincts were right to let's think carefully about this, right? But then he was ready to do it.
Yeah.
So it had those elements in there that he felt like he was ready. He had the control. He could do it at any time, and it was his choice.
Okay.
I think what we want to be careful of is pushing kids to do things when they're not ready to do them, because then that can actually increase their anxiety if they're being exposed to something they weren't ready for, that's too realistic. There's a lot of things out there that are past age-appropriate levels of spookiness.
Right.
And that can actually make kids' anxiety worse or reinforce the idea for them that they should be avoiding these things in the first place because it wasn't within their control. It wasn't within their consent, and they weren't appropriately prepared.
What about people who actually have diagnosed conditions where they have anxiety or depression or something like that? Could this make it worse for them?
Yeah, Halloween can actually be a pretty challenging and scary time for people with anxiety, for children, especially young children, and people with histories of trauma, because like I was saying, there's a lot of really scary imagery out there and exposure to violent content and themes of death. So this is a time of year for a lot of people when we want to really be taking extra care of ourselves and of each other, to be honest, right?
Yeah.
Thinking about the impact that our costumes, the props that we put out, the impact that can have on other people, and how to be respectful and kind and think about the ways other people are affected by the choices that we're making in our costumes or in our setups.
Well, I would think, yeah, because you think of the dark, bats, spiders, all these things people are afraid of. Social interaction with strangers when you're going trick-or-treating, there's a lot to it.
Yeah.
And then somebody jumping out and scaring you and say, boo, you know?
That's the difference, right? That's without our consent, and that's not something we can prepare for and be ready for, right? And that can have a really different effect.
All right.
Gosh,
well,
it's fascinating.
yeah, I know.
Still not gonna. I get the release of it, but I'm still not gonna watch the movies.
And that's your choice, right? So
Yes,
that
that's-
is what's going to be beneficial for you. That's the whole idea,
It's about
intentionality
choice.
behind it.
I like that.
Fantastic.
And setting boundaries. If you don't want to do it,
Don't do it.
make that
do it.
clear.
Yes.
Exactly.
There you go.
Love
All right,
it.
Dr. Michelle, thank you for joining us today. Interesting, enlightening.
For sure.